Hello, friends. I'm Rebecca West with Seriously Happy Coaching and Consulting, and this is a quick demo on how to navigate Google Docs meant specifically for the students in my Nail Your Niche course. So hello, students. When you have your Nail Your Niche document in your hands, it should be personalized to you as opposed to Sophie. And the first thing I want you to look for is the outline on the left-hand side. If it's not showing, you're going to want to click this little outline button, because that will actually show you the outline of the entire homework document. It's a 24-page document, so you don't need to be scrolling through it to find your next lesson. Especially as you get through the days, you're going to want to be able to just navigate to day 4 and not have to scroll. So that's the first thing you should notice. And you've got all of your exercises outlined here, so even if you only get through a few of them and then you need to take a break, you'll easily be able to get to the one that you hadn't worked on yet. So that's thing number 1. Thing number 2 is that you're going to want to write your answers right inside of the document. So, say we were here, it says, what's your territory? Is it micro or hyperlocal, etc.? Why have you chosen that territory? You can literally just start typing your answers right here in this document. If you would like to, you can reformat them so they're separate from the question. You can change their color, whatever works for you. I know that I'm looking for your answers right after the questions that I've written, so if you just want to write them the way they are, that's also just fine. Once you have written your answers, one thing that I like to do when I'm working on these kinds of documents is to actually mark whether or not I've done them. So you can see right here in this table of contents, we got these 2 check marks. That would indicate that I had already completed those exercises. So the way I do that, it's not that easy to add an emoji in a Google Doc. Well, not the normal ways that one would do it, but it is actually very easy. So I just go to the beginning of whatever sentence I'm trying to add my emoji on, and I type a colon, and then that actually brings up Google Docs version of emoji searching. And you can click this little arrow, and it will give you the entire menu of them, and you could even search for what you're looking for. In the case of me tracking whether or not I've completed an exercise, what I like to do is do a colon, and then I start typing check for check mark, and then that quickly brings up the ones that include a check, and I like to use the little green check mark, and now you can see that I've got a green check mark by exercise 3, when a second ago we only had it by exercise 1 and 2. It'll also work on the main headings, so once I'm done with the entire day, I could do the same exact thing. This is totally optional. It's a way for me, I'm the student, to keep track of what I've accomplished. It is not required for you to have completed your homework as far as I'm concerned, okay? The third thing, so first thing was make sure you're putting your answers right into the document. Feel free to track what's completed by using those emojis. When you're done with each day's work, you're going to go, you'll see here on the table of contents, submit day 1, submit day 2. This is how you're going to get your direct feedback from me on your exercises. So here we go, submit day 1 for feedback, and it says, comment on this sentence and tag me using rebecca@seriouslyhappy.com. So what you're going to do is highlight this sentence, go right here to the comment feature, click it, and then you're going to say @Rebecca, and then theoretically, your drop-down list will be different from mine because you know different people. Rebecca@seriouslyhappy.com. Now, as soon as you've populated that, it's going to actually let me know, once you say enter on this, that I've been mentioned and I will know to go take action. So this is my way of knowing that your homework is done. Now, if you don't see responses from me, you can also feel free to email me directly and say, hey, Rebecca, my homework is done, but this system should work. You can also click the Assign to Me button. Right now it says Assign to You because I'm obviously on my own account, but it will say Assign to that person. That is a great extra next step to just make sure that it's definitely going to trigger a notice to me. So you can do that, but please also use some words like, my work is ready for review. Something like that, okay? And then you're going to, if you haven't clicked that, it'll say comment. If you have clicked that, it'll say assign. You assign it, and it will let me know that that day's homework is ready for my review. when I come over to give you direct feedback on your work, what's going to happen is you're going to have some answers here. And then if I don't have any feedback for you, I'm just like, that's great. I'm not going to make any comments. But on anything that I feel like I want to give you feedback on, I'm going to highlight whatever I want to actually respond to using the exact same feature that you used to let me know your homework was done. I'm going to highlight it, use the comment feature, and then I will just add my feedback here. Okay? And I will be tagging you at the same time. So I don't know who you are right now, but it will use the same system, okay? Then I give my feedback, I will comment, and then you'll be able to see my feedback in the comments section over here. If you're not seeing it, go up to this little trigger right here. If you click it on or off, you're going to actually populate that comment section. But the latest comments should already be showing. You shouldn't have to use this button unless you're trying to look at archived comments that have come before. So you're going to see my feedback here. If you like my feedback and you have no additional comments or questions, you can leave it there, or you can click this little check mark to say it's resolved, and it will go into the archive. Like I said, they don't go away. If you were to click this, that feedback would show up again. And then you can click that off so that you're only seeing the current feedback. If you have actual comments for me, or answers here, and then I give you feedback. Oops, I'm going to say at you, my feedback. And then I comment. When you see that, you can then reply. When you reply to me, so let me say that differently. My job is to give you feedback on each day's homework, and I'm only going to be looking at the next day's homework as you submit it. I'm not going to be going in reverse and seeing if you made any additional comments or added anything to those days' work. So if you have questions or comments on the feedback I've given you, make sure that you tag me just like you're going to when your homework is done with @Rebecca@seriouslyhappy.com. And then you can make your additional comments or question, and then I will know that you actually want to keep engaging about that particular section, okay? So you'll do that, make sure you tag me, put your comments, hit reply, and then we can go back and forth as many times as we need to while you're completing the course. If you're done and it's resolved, you can leave all that there if that's stuff you want to reference later, or you can click the check mark to make it go away and clean up the feedback column. Okay, and that is all of my tips and tricks for using this Google document for your homework. If you have any questions or you get stuck, again, feel free to email me at Rebecca@seriouslyhappy.com, and I will make sure to get you back on track so that you can keep momentum going in the Nail Your Niche course. That's it for me. I'll see you in the course. Bye.